Honk.
That's what I'm talking about. What is going on, everyone? Welcome, Arvanauts. Welcome, everybody, to oh my goodness. Good. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, wow. Look at the timing from Mrs. Dunsel. Thank you for the 49 months of Prime support. Thank you. Thank you so much, Mrs. Dunsel. And welcome to you and welcome to everybody as we are here on a Friday. It is November 18th, 2022, and the time has come for day 3 of D&D with viewers into the unknown, into the unknown, into the unknown. All right, that's as much as you're going to get from me because my voice is still not back as I recover from a cold. But it is good to see you. Thank you so much for that, Mrs. Dunsel. And it's good to see everybody, and I hope everyone is excited for our D&D viewers with session today. Before I go any further, just a couple of quick reminders. I want to zip through this quickly if I can. If you haven't already done so, please follow the channel. That is always appreciated. Please check out our YouTube and subscribe to me over there with !ArvTube. That is where you can subscribe to us on YouTube and check out past broadcasts of this and other streams. Discord is !ArvCord, where you can hang out with the Arvanauts in between streams. Twitter is !ArvTweets, where you can always see you. I will try to post when I'm going live and about other various things going on. Website is arvanelleron.com. Financially, !Arv shop is the merchandise area. !Arv Treon is really the backbone, the financial backbone of the channel. So that really helps if you're able to support us over there, as is the case if you sub to the channel, just like Mrs. Dunsel just did. Resubbing for the 49th month has now passed the 4-year mark of support. That gets you those custom sub badges and emotes to use everywhere across Twitch, and also lets you get inspirations to help our players if you support at a high enough tier. So that stuff really helps, as does supporting us on the publishing side. !Icarus for the Icarus graphic novel from Athos Arts. !Library for my Tales and Tomes in the Forbidden Library. My 5e adventure and source book from Alligator Alley Entertainment. And Greyshade for my Greyshade novel, which was just published in May 31st by Athos Arts. Right now we have Greyshade available, but you can also pre-order Renegade, which will be next year. That's the sequel to Greyshade. Heretic, which finishes out the Grey Assassin trilogy. That'll be the year after that. The tabletop role-playing game. I just had a very good conversation with Brandon today about the work that we are doing on Greyshade, so very excited about that tabletop game and how that is progressing. That is also going to be out next year, and of course the audiobook from our very own Trent Sparks of Greyshade, so all that's available at that Greyshade link. And as always, !BLM, Black Lives Matter, very important to affirm and assert the significance and importance of Black lives. Help Now, the World Health Organization page on suicide prevention. Very important to reach out to others when you need help and to reach out to others when they need help as well. And Ukraine, UKRAINE, to help the people of Ukraine as they fight back against an illegal and illegitimate war with bravery and courage. This is our small way to be able to help those folks as we step forward to come together as a community to do that, as we always do. Now, quick note about scheduling. I, as you know, did not have my GOG stream on Tuesday because I was doing an interview, and I will talk a little bit about that in a bit. But I also have tomorrow, we do have Eberron, D&D with Infinity and Beyond Eberron, Oracle of War, but it is starting late at 9 p.m. Eastern. That is to accommodate a player scheduling conflict. It also means that I have an event that I'm going to during the day, so that will give me plenty of time to get back from that, so I'm glad about that. And then on Sunday, we have got Girl by Moonlight making its triumphant return, fresh off of our successful Speculate fundraiser earlier this month. You'll be able to see some more Girl by Moonlight with Brandon O'Brien as your GM. That's going to be coming up on Sunday. Then we'll be off on Monday. We'll be back on Tuesday with some awesomeness known as D&D with GOG Ghosts of Saltmarsh. And on my channel, of course, I will be doing a little bit of Ghost of Tsushima, I believe is what I've got queued up and ready. Also doing the final vote for the Patreon-fueled Chat Chosen Game of the Month. So we've got those things going on. And then, of course, Wednesday and Thursday will be off. It'll be Thanksgiving in the States. Friday, we have got... I don't actually remember what I have on Friday. Hold, please. Let me just double check and see what I've got. That's not it. I want to look at this calendar, not that one. Yeah, right here. There we go. It is. Yes. Oh, okay. So that's also Ghost of Tsushima on Friday night. Okay, I wasn't 100% sure because we already did because we did Court of Blades last week, so that's why I was like, wait, when are we doing Court of Blades? So Ghost of Tsushima next week, and then Saturday the 26th we have D&D with Infinity and Beyond again. So 2 weeks in a row of Eberron, which will be great. On Monday the 28th we have our next Bag of Giving show. Yay! A 21-month streak from Configuration Queen. Thank you so much. Very much appreciate that, CQ. Good to see you. Welcome back. Thank you so much. Yes, on the Monday the 28th, we have Bag of Giving with Plant Girl game with Dominic Dickey as the GM to benefit charity. It will be announced as to what charity is going to be supported by Bag of Giving, but this is always a charitable event. So we've got that going on. Then Tuesday, we will have the Patreon Fuel Chat Chosen Game of the Month and Talisman Adventures in the evening over on GOG, and that will wrap up the month of November, coming the week after next. So that's what we've got going on with schedule over the next couple of weeks, and I am very excited for all of that. All right, bear with me 1 second. I just have to check one quick thing here, and then I want to come on to the camera and then talk to you folks, come on live here, talk to you folks about the Klein, and then we'll get started with some D&D viewers. So bear with me 1 sec. Hold on. Okay, good. Clarified. Okay, all clarified. Outstanding. Yeah, no, I just had to take a minute to look at something, and now I have done so. So let me get rid of this, and let me turn on, where are we? This. There we go. Hi, everyone. Good to see you all. I hope everyone is doing well, and yeah, good to see you folks. So couple of quick notes here just about the session that we're going to be doing tonight. So, as you probably can tell, I am still dealing with a cold. It is courtesy of my son. It is not COVID. I have been tested multiple times and come up negative. It is not COVID. But I do have to deal, I am dealing with a cold, which has, as you can see, affected my voice. Typically, if I get a cold, that's usually what happens, is my voice is affected. So, it means that I am I'm going to be coughing a little bit here and there, and I'm going to be doing this sort of, how deep is your love type of thing, right? My voice is a little bit lower than normal. So that's fine. I am feeling fine. I am not feeling like, under the weather where I don't want to stream or anything like that. I'm not in pain or anything. I'm fine. I'm just, my voice is weird. So yeah, vote on the Chat Chosen Game of the Month. That's right. We do need to do that, although we started the nominations last week, so that was good. But yes, you should get your vote in for that. I'm going to be doing final votes on that on Tuesday. But yes, thank you, Triffid, for the reminder there. So, so we're going to be playing Into the Unknown tonight. But again, as we go through, I apologize in advance for my voice, which is going to be a little crackly. I'm just warning everybody, it's a little crackly. So just keep that in mind as we go through. But I am very excited for this because the last time we did this actually went very well. It was 2 months ago. We did this back in September, I believe it is, and we made some good progress here. So we're going to be doing the same thing. We will be using the power of ARVBot Plus, brought to us by Effect Life. So that's going to be a good time. And we're going to play this together. So I am going to make a couple of adjustments here to make that happen. Okay, so I'm going to put myself back here. Put myself like about there, let's say. We're going to get rid of this banner. Here we are. And let's see. We are going to bring up what I have already prepared. Haha, RBot Plus. And the polls. We need to have the polls up there. So let me just quickly adjust those size-wise. I'm going to put this up here. Okay. And we'll probably do this like this for just a moment. We don't need a huge poll window at the moment. And then we've got this. Okay. That's all good. And now we just need to get, where are we? Here we go. Now we just need to load our character. So I'm going to load that up. Let's pop up documents, Fighting Fantasy Gamebook save files. I think. Is it not that? Maybe I have that somewhere else. I thought, excuse me, I thought that was in the same place, but perhaps I'm wrong. All right, well, let me look into the unknown. Aha, here it all is. Okay, good. Lovely. Right, there's all our stuff. Just where we left it, as they say. Okay, so we've got that. And I will describe what all of this is momentarily. We shall see this all in just a moment. There we go. That looks right. And last thing I need to do is I need to pop up here. I need to pop up an image. So let's pop up the map for where we are, and then I will explain what happened last time. Okay, into the unknown. Somewhere. I know you're here. There you are. And we are... There we are. Lovely. Okay. There we are. And of course, last but not least, we would not be doing our due diligence if we did not have this one. Into the unknown. There we go. Lovely. Okay. Now I think we have everything pretty much set the way that we did last time. Okay. So let's talk a little bit about, excuse me, about how this went down in our last adventure and what actually occurred with all of this stuff. So this all went as follows. We began our adventure by graduating, if you will, from Farador Keep. And Farador Keep is basically the most prestigious college for adventurers in all the lands. I'm glad that your Dragonborn Barbarian survived despite the best efforts of Myconids and Fire Snakes. Welcome in, Prince Justin. It's good to see you. You're going to bring some of that good luck, hopefully, to chat as we go through here. That's awesome. So where was I? Yes. So we are the most recent graduate of Farador Keep, which is the most prestigious college for adventurers in all the lands. And the first thing that we did is we were sent off to Ironcrad Mine, basically to discover what it was that had happened in the mine, because there was this attack that basically took over the mine. And what we discovered is that there were some kobolds who had taken over the mine, but also a massive spider. And that massive spider was a problem because, well, we weren't planning on dealing with spiders and all that kind of stuff. But we did defeat him. We were successful in defeating him. And so we ended up having our good friend Alfie, who had a look of concern on his face, was unsure about us, but decided that we were good enough that he would actually take us into account. And let's see, while I'm at it, let me just bring in our boy Alfie. Right there. That was our guy Alfie, you may remember. A lot of you thought he was being judgmental, staring into our soul, that sort of thing. But, he did send us on this adventure, figuring that we knew what it was that we were supposed to do. So at that point, he gave us a choice about things that we needed to do. We had several options, but the one that you folks ended up choosing, the one that we ended up deciding to go to, was we decided to go to help the Finn folk. They're a group of people that were wounded in a skirmish against a band of lizard folk that left Starland Bay and their home vulnerable. And so you decided to do that. You went off to deal with the Finn folk, and that brought us to, let me just bring myself up to the chapter so I can find where we are. That brought us to this area. We ended up meeting a character in Starland Bay known as Siuin, who is a Finn folk, a large humanoid with fins on his calves, arms, and head, the head of a fish, but the body of a man, chiseled to the core, but sort of limped towards you, and asked for our assistance. And so basically said, we needed to do this. This was the only way that we could do things, was to actually help and define the den of the lizard folk. And our mission was to travel to the burrow and take care of the lizard folk warriors who aimed to clear the riverlands of the Finn folk. We did, in fact, manage to go into the Finn folk. We managed to go and find an altar there with a lizard folk warrior and a robed human. And it was the robed human that said to us after we defeated the lizard folk warrior that it was a small victory, but the darkness is still coming. You will bow to Azaketh and the unseen, as will all. We ended up taking the relic of this Azaketh and then took that back to Siuin. Once we got back to Siuin and talked to him, we showed him this relic of Azaketh or Meraketh. And he said, a relic of Azaketh, the lizard folk falling to their savage ways. We told him about the strange human who had threatened us. He said he didn't know anything about that, but he did remember a temple that was dedicated to the god Azaketh, not that far from here, and suggested that we travel to that temple and that he would be happy to reward us for doing this. Also, when he did this, we leveled ourselves up to level 3. So as we now sit here in level 3, as we are now here in level 3, the Finn folk, not quite the Finn folk, Darth, I'm afraid. It was just one N in that particular case. But you will see that we are a halfling bard. You will see that we are chaotic good, that we are very tolerant of any and all beliefs. Our aspiration is that we are determined to be the greatest at what we do. Our honor defines us. We struggle with trusting anyone we come across. We have a background as an entertainer. We have skill proficiencies in acrobatics, investigation with expertise, which means 2 times proficiency, perception with expertise, 2 times proficiency, performance, persuasion, tool proficiencies of disguise kit, and a shamisen, which is the type of musical instrument we have. Also, we are College of Lore now, so we have Bardic Inspiration, we have Song of Rest, and we are lucky because we're halflings. And we have some spells: Dancing Lights, Vicious Mockery, Charm Person, Healing Word, Tasha's Hideous Language, and Thunder Wave, Hold Person, and Shatter. And we have got 4 out of 4 first-level spell slots, 2 out of 2 second-level spell slots. We have a Potion of Healing, we have this Azaketh Relic, we have 6 days of rations, a shamisen, a lock of red-green hair, which is in the shamisen. We've got a costume, a rapier, a +1 longsword, entertainer's pack, armor, dagger, shovel, pickaxe, rope, and torch. And our statistics are a strength of 11. We have, I thought that was too small. There we go. A strength of 11, an intelligence of 13, a wisdom of 14, charisma of 17, con of 14, dex of 16, armor class of 14, 25 out of 25 hit points, 41 gold. And that, I think, pretty much catches us up. The last thing that we did was, and this was the choice of chat to do this, that we started going into these ruins, and that when we went into these ruins, it was basically this wreckage of this temple. There were these 2 giant statues. Let me get rid of our boy Alfie here. There were two giant statues standing taller than 15 feet high at the beginning of this temple. And we went forward into the ruins of Azaketh. We ended up finding a temple. We ended up going like over and jumping through this gorge and all this stuff. And finally, we ended up finding our way over to this area, which you see in front of you. There was a wide area with nothing with any semblance of structural integrity. There was a spot basically off to the east, which we could have explored. We came from the south, but there was also some debris, and so we decided to investigate. And as we saved the game in our last session, we said that we investigated the ruin, but as we did so, a giant snake struck out from the wreckage. So we have been on a cliffhanger for 2 months, chat. 2 full months waiting to see what was going to happen when we actually fought this giant snake. So now the time has come. I'm going to fire up some combat music here. Let's make this like that. There we are. Hanging on that cliff. What's up, Wispy? So there we go with that. And now we have got a dice roller. Now, I need to check something because I believe we have been given a dice roller by Effect Life, but I have to admit I have been so incredibly busy that I have not had the chance to really look carefully into this. So bear with me for just a second. Because he sent me some stuff when I was doing my last stream, not of this, but of something else, about a dice roller. Oh no, this is Arcana Spot giveaways. Okay, so let me make sure that I have this. I think this might be a dice roller from me. Right, exactly, Rock God, and I may be doing that anyway, because, okay, I take that back. I was thinking of something else. I do have a dice roller, but I want you people to be rolling dice. I'm going to be rolling dice here on my end. So what we're going to do first here is, let me pull up my dice roller. Yeah, there we go. And what we're going to do is, I'm going to pull up the window for this. And what we're going to do here is, there we go. Excuse me. Okay, got it. So what we're going to do with this is, we are going to fight this thing. And what I need from all of you lovely folks is I'm going to need you, please, to roll initiative for me. Now, our initiative score is going to be, we have a 16 dex, so we got a +3. So I need you to roll the d20 and then add some +3 for me, Rock God. And Wispy, there may be a point where Rock God needs to step away or we can alternate, so we'll definitely get time. The only thing is, you are sworn to an honor code. If you violate and you lie about the die roll, people will know. You will receive terrible luck, and you'll be added on to a bunch of spam websites. No, I don't know. I'm making that part up. Same thing with Triffid. So it's all about the honor. I have ice. I will lie to protect the ladies. I know. No, I wasn't saying that just to you, Wispy. I'm just saying it in general. Very important to have that honor code. Okay, so let's start with this 15. Is that 15 just the roll, Rock God, or did you add the other stuff? +3. Okay. All right. So here we go. The time has come then for the battle to convince Norel Navra. Okay. Norel Navra has rolled a 15, which means Norel is going to get to go first. All right. So we've got this giant snake in front of us, chat. So the question basically is, we have a giant poisonous snake in front of us. Do we want to, excuse me, and I'm going to run a poll about this, what exactly we're going to want to do with this, because, as I pull this up, we could run, we could attack, or we could cast a spell. And you can see the spells on the right side of the screen. We have Dancing Lights, Vicious Mockery, Charm Person, which is not going to work on a snake, Healing Word, which obviously wouldn't do that. Tasha's Hideous Laughter will not work on a snake either. Thunderwave might. Shatter probably will not. So we're looking at, and Hold Person won't because it's a snake. So we can either viciously mock the snake, Thunderwave the snake. Let's see. Vicious Mockery or Thunderwave. Actually, you know what? Why do that when we can just do this? Okay, so there we go. Here we go. First poll of the day, folks. Should we run? Should we attack? Should we cast Vicious Mockery or cast Thunderwave? So $ vote space 1 to run, $ vote space 2 to attack, $ vote space 3 to cast Vicious Mockery, $ vote space 4 to cast Thunderwave. Wow. Chat is very excited about viciously mocking this snake. I see. Except Wispy Song, who is doubtful. All right. Last call, last call. Your mother had legs. Don't I know you? Oh, wait, that was your dad. He's my belt now. Wow. That is vicious, Rudnell. What's going on, Rudnell? Also, hi, Emily. Good to see you. Good to see everyone. Hi, Dragon Spear. If I didn't say hello before, hi now. All right, and Vicious Mockery it is. Okay, so you unleash a string of insults. I did not. All right, I apologize then. I apologize for not saying hello to you. It is good to see you, Dragon Spear. Welcome, welcome. Okay. It's official. You can't read that poll. Oh, yeah. I need to make the poll a little bit bigger. I'm trying to save some real estate, basically, on here. I guess I could do... Let's see. Like, if I do that... And then I move that over that. That might be a little bit better. Okay. Yeah, that's probably reasonable. That's probably reasonable. Okay. So we'll take the polls down when we need to. Okay. Like that. We also don't need that many options, too, at the moment. So we'll go like that for now. Okay. Oh, I also didn't talk about, excuse me, I didn't talk about my interview with the Klein. Remind me at some point later on today, chat, to talk about my interview with the Klein. Maybe when we have a little break or something. I do want to talk about that because it was a lot of fun. Okay. So, right, we are casting Vicious Mockery. So, now, Chad, I'm curious. So, Rudnell, we got your mother had legs. Don't I know you? Wait, that was your dad. He's my belt now. Do we have any other insults for a giant poisonous snake? Any other insults? It says, it specifies that it does not need to understand you. You're hoping to hear some zingers from me. Your poison's so weak, I've drunk stronger tea. I hate the song Poison. Poison. Your poison needs hot sauce. Oh, maybe in musical form. I would normally do that. I am going to keep my singing to a minimum in an effort to spare my voice with this cold that I'm dealing with. So I apologize. No singing from me tonight. Much. I mean, there's always going to be a little bit. But I will... Let me see. What can I give for a thing like that? Let's see. Snake. Let's see. I got to think more about the thing is that I'm still going back to the idea of it being my belt. So I'm just kind of like I don't actually I'm drawing a blank. I've been strangled by stronger spaghetti than you. Very good. All right. I think that these are vicious enough for the moment. All right. So that is going to give us an opportunity then. Let's see whether he makes his wisdom save. I don't think he does. All right. So what I need you to do, Rock God, for me, please, is roll 1d4. He's going to take 1d4 psychic damage, and he will suffer disadvantage on his attack on us. So good work there. I've been strangled by stronger spaghetti than you. Oh, that looked like Emily because you were both purple. Rock God, good stuff. I've been strangled by stronger spaghetti than you. Good stuff. 1 point of damage. Okay. So it has now got disadvantage against us. So now it's going to come screaming in to attack. And let's see. Where's my dice roller at? Bear with me. There we go. That's if I need that. All right. All right, and he is going to roll. Let's see. He's going to attempt to bite us. 1d20 plus that. Okay. And he is going to roll a 15, which unfortunately is going to beat our AC of 14. So he's going to roll that, and that means now 1d44. Okay. Let's see. So first of all, he's going to... All right, so it's going to hit us for 5 points of damage. But now we have to save against the poison damage. So what I need us to do now, Rockod, is I need you to make, please, a Constitution saving throw. So you're going to roll D20. You're going to add +2 to that saving throw. Oh, that's right. I did not roll with disadvantage. You're quite right. I did not roll with disadvantage. And I rolled a 12 the second time. Never mind. Forget I said anything. Thank you for the reminder. That vicious mockery thing was huge. Never mind. Missed completely. I totally forgot about that. Nice work, everybody. I'm very happy with all of us. Okay. Good work. Very good work. Okay, so he completely misses. He's so pissed off at being called a belt and the idea that he was being that he was like less strong than spaghetti, that he just completely missed. So good work, everybody. All right, so next round. Rock God, I guess it'll be our turn next. So chat, next question, which is same poll. Do we run? Do we attack? Do we cast Vicious Mockery? Do we cast Thunderwave? Now, Vicious Mockery is a cantrip, so theoretically, we could cast Vicious Mockery every turn. But we may also at some point want to attack instead. Yes, he was hissed off. Very nice. He was hissed off. I love it. I am so hissed off. All right, so get your votes now, chat. $ vote space 1 for run. $ vote space 2 for attack. $ vote space 3 for casting Vicious Mockery. $ vote space 4 for casting Thunderwave. What's up, Proxima? All right, we got 5 for attack. Last call, last call. Going once. How's the audio, by the way, everybody? Is the music too loud or is it okay? Audio good? Yes, no? How are you feeling about the audio? Music is just right? Cool. Good, good, good. Thank you, thank you. Thank you for the feedback. It's okay, but I've heard better. Noted, Dragon Spear, noted. All right, so we're going to attack. Okay, so outcomes are longsword +1, which is what, unless anyone tells me different, I am assuming we're going to use. So, what the heck is our, there we go. So we've got a +1 longsword that we're dealing with here, which means that we are looking at a, let's see. Oh, although, wait a minute, I take that back. Hold on. We had this decision the last time. The rapier is dex-based, so the dex-based weapon would be +3, but it's a non-magical weapon. The +1 longsword is +1 to hit, but we're using strength for that. And so that would be only +1. This probably is not a creature we have to worry about being only hit by a magical weapon, so we can probably use the rapier instead. So with that said, you may feel free now, Rock God, to roll. How about inappropriate laughter? I love it. You may feel free to roll that rapier, which, in case anyone is curious, is 1d8 +3. Dirty 20. Nice, that's a hit. All right, so 1d8 +3, if you would, Rock God. 1d8 +3. Eight. Is that 8 total? I'm going to guess it is, but is that 8 total? Or was that 8 by itself? Okay. I was going to say, wow. All right. Okay, it looks very, very hurt. It is, however, going to be able to strike against us this time without disadvantage, because we didn't viciously mock it this time. And it is going to hit this time. So, now we are back to the violence inherent in the system. Okay. So, it is going to do now 5 points of damage, piercing. And now I do need you to make that Constitution saving throw, Rock God. So, D20 +2. And I'm assuming you're going to give me the total score if you can. And then we will see whether we save against the poison that may or may not be coursing through our veins. Well, that is not a save. So, yeah. All right. So, that means... Okay. One, 4, 8 points. Sorry. 8 points of poison damage. So we are now down to 12 out of 25. Now we do have a potion of healing, and we do have, short rests and things like that we can do. But that was, Hey, what's up, Pandora? Sort of. This is a thing that I do with viewers every other month, D&D with viewers, and we've been playing Into the Unknown, so... Yeah, this giant poisonous snake is not messing around. The good news is that it doesn't last beyond just the poison effect, but it means that we have definitely been hit. So, all right, beginning of the next round. Now, the snake is very hurt, chat, so you can decide now what we want to do. Snake is very hurt. Do we want to run? Do we want to attack again? Cast Vicious Mockery or cast Thunder Wave? Snake is very hurt, so keep that in mind. Get your votes in now. So yeah, and remember it's $ vote space and the number that you want. So dollar, excuse me. $ vote space 1 is run. $ vote space 2 is attack. $ vote space 3 is cast Vicious Mockery. $ vote space 4 is cast Thunderwave. One note about saving the spell. Vicious Mockery is a cantrip, actually, Pandora, so we don't need to worry about saving it. Having said that, though, Vicious Mockery means the other creature gets to make a saving throw. Attack means we're attacking it. Right now, we have a +3 on our attack. With the rapier. And actually, I made a mistake on that. We even should have higher than that because we're also proficient in the rapier too. And since we're level 3, our proficiency bonus, I think at level 3 is 2. So we actually, that should have been a +5. That's my fault. Yeah, that was my mistake. +2. My bad. That was totally my bad. So that should have been a +5 on that rapier, not a +3. But we hit anyway. So, my bad. All right, last call, last call. To deal with this extremely hurt snake. All right, I'm going to close it. Attack it is. All right, Rock God. So this one is D20 +5. 3 for the rapier because of the dex bonus and 2 for proficiency. So D20 +5 against this thing. $19 is definitely a hit. Good stuff. Now you can roll your damage. This is going to be 1d8 +3, and that is +3, not +5. So 1d8 +3 for the damage. 1d8 +3. Seven altogether. All right. We lop its head off, and with a horrible hiss, it rolls away. Suck it. And with that, we are left with an eerie silence, so to speak. I don't think that's actually quite right. All right, so we took him down. Now, actually, I don't think I did that right. Let me get some better music than that. Oh, my goodness. What is my favorite with that? Oh, I know what it is. Hold on a second. I'm going to get one of my favorite for this. Yeah, one of my favorites. And also, let me get one other. Nope. How about... That's possible. Hey, Nonstop with a tier 2 sub. 63 months. Look at all those emotes, too. Thank you, Nonstop, as always. It's good to see you, man. Thank you, thank you. I really appreciate that, as always. Thank you. Very much appreciated, and welcome, welcome. Hope you're able to stick around, but if not, I understand. But either way, I'm very appreciative, so thank you very much. And welcome. All right, let me just move this into Soundscape here. Thank you, thank you. And yes, we have only one bard. This is a one-person adventure, so to speak. All right, let's see if this is right. Or Defiled Temple. No, I think this is right. Thank you so much, Nonstop. Lurking. Totally get it and really appreciate it. Thank you, Nonstop. Okay. So, now, chat. We have indeed. Yeah, exactly. One bard with a whole lot of backseat drivers. Oh, like, I mean, us, for that matter, right? Okay. So, we made it through. Good job, everybody. Good job on that right there. We did it. Let me clear that off. Good, lovely. All right. So now, the good news is we won. The bad news is that we got hurt. So the question is, before we go any further, do we want to take a short rest? Or do we want to have our potion of healing? Or do we want to keep going? Now, as a reminder, short rests are not automatically fine because we are in a place where we could be attacked by wandering monsters here. So it's not a slam dunk that we'll just be fine if we take a short rest. We might get attacked. So, should we keep going? Heal with potion? Or take a short rest? I will open that up to all of you. $12 out of 25. You can actually see our number at the bottom left under hit points there. In fact, you know what? I think because the polls, I'm gonna put the polls over the diagram. I was trying to fit everything in, but I think I'm gonna put that up there. So let me move this up further. Yeah, there we go. Now you should be able to see it. And I'm gonna move these polls out of the way. I'm gonna put these over here. So we'll use this when we have a poll that we're doing, shockingly. There we go. So yes, 12 out of 25. So do we take a short rest? Do we heal with a potion? And as I say, just warning everybody. No, we're trying to figure out, and I mean, I guess in the sense, Triffid, that we're trying to figure out why the lizard folk have suddenly started attacking the Finn folk, who are our allies. And supposedly, Azaketh, who is this like god that the lizard folk have worshipped in the past, somehow they have been exposed to this again. And so we've gone to the ruins of Azaketh to see if we can find out more about why Azaketh has brought the lizard folk back out, or why they're worshiping Azaketh again. So we don't have anything where it's like, oh my god, the village will die in the next 2 hours. But there is a general time pressure that we're trying to help the Finn folk, and the lizard folk are not happy with the Finn folk as we speak. So that's the way I would describe that. Also, one note, by the way, chat, which once we're done voting with this, I'm going to let you folks know, that wrapped around the scaly skin of the serpent was a bronze bracelet. So we can take, and it just seems like a bronze bracelet. It doesn't seem to have any like markings or anything. It's just a bronze bracelet that is wrapped around the serpent. So we can take that bronze bracelet or not, but let's figure out if we're going to take a short rest first. Yeah, we have to make a belt from the snake. Yes, that's true. We already proved, right, that we're doing it. But I'll do the poll about whether we take the bracelet or not as soon as we're done with this one. So, all right, take short rest. Last call. That's a good question. There are not fresh footprints here. There are not fresh footprints here, other than the ones that we just made while fighting off the serpent. But otherwise, no. All right, going once. Going twice. Could be. That is possible. These are ruins. That is possible. And closed. Okay. So we're going to take a short rest. All right. Let me just make a couple of rolls. While we're doing that, then, since we're going to be healing, we're going to be healing using our hit dice. Now, we have right now 3 hit dice because we are level 3. And our hit points as a bard are, I'm pretty sure, D8. Pretty sure we're looking at D8 for the hit dice. Yes, we are. So that means that we have got D8 plus our con bonus is 2. So we can use, we have 3 hit dice to use. So we can roll one of those. I will just do that because obviously one of the reasons we're doing this is to heal. So I'm going to roll. Actually, I'll let you folks roll that now that I think of it. And yes, we can do Song of Rest, which means that we can do an extra hit point during short rest. And let me just double check on this Song of Rest thing. Yep. And the Song of Rest we can always do. So we can actually do a Song of Rest. So that means that we're going to get D8 plus 3 and an additional 1d6 hit points back. So that, yeah, an extra 1d6. Yep. Good call, Rock God. So, so let me have Rock God. Ah, yes, a bit of Bard on Celeste. That's right. Yeah, Song of Rest is good stuff, especially the fact that it doesn't go away. So that's really nice. Okay, so go ahead and roll for me, Rock God. Wispy, let's have you do the dice for the next combat, okay? But for now, let's keep Rock God with this. So, Rock God, if you could do a D8, please, and we'll add 3 to it, and then we'll have you roll a D6 as well to see how many hit points we're down. We're down 13 hit points, so... Okay, that's 9 altogether. That's not counting the D6 yet, right? Yeah, that's with the con, I think. But that's not counting the D6? Or is it counting the D6? Actually, you know what might be helpful, Rock God, is to just tell me the roll plus whatever the bonus is. So, like, if you roll a 6, just do, like, 6 plus 3, and then to give me the total of 9. Oh, you rolled a 1 on the D6. Okay. Yeah, so I'll take that for now, but just moving forward, that's something to think about. All right. I mean, that still brings us up to 21. It's a good thing we had that Song of Rest then, because that could have been even lesser, actually. All right. So that means we are up to 21. And to be clear, we now have... I should actually add 1 here. I'm going to move... This is now hit dice. We have got 3. And we have got 2 left. So we have 2 hit dice left. So now, chat, question. We can roll an additional hit die if we want. We can roll an additional hit die to get back the rest of our hit points. However, if we do that, then we're only going to be down to 1 hit die left for future short rests. So, with that said, I'm going to open a quick poll. If you want to use a second hit die to kind of max out our hit points, that's vote 1. If you want to save the hit die, vote 2. So $ vote space 1 if you want to use another hit die. $ vote space 2 if you want to save it. And you're always welcome to tell chat, by the way, what you're thinking about and what your reasoning is. Obviously, it is the will of chat, but you can always say, this is why I'm thinking about X, Y, and Z. All right, I'm going to last call this. Looks like chat is coming to a consensus about what makes the most sense. Yeah, I mean, we're back up to 21. It's probably fine. Shows you, though, I mean, it was a giant poisonous snake, but actually the big problem was just that poison. That disadvantage on that first attack was huge because it meant that it missed us. We got a couple extra points in on it. If Vicious Mockery did more than 1d4, you know, and like if it scaled up that way, like for more damage, it could be like OP, honestly, because of that disadvantage of benefit. Although if you're dealing with someone who has a high wisdom, then maybe not. But the fact that the damage is not so hot means you always got to balance it. But it was useful, I think, in that context to do that and then follow up with the attacks. All right, I'm going to close this. So we're going to save the hit die. That makes sense. So I am happy to inform you all that the short rest passes uneventfully. And it is uneventful. So we are not attacked by anything. And that's good. So now we have a choice to make, chat, which is we came from the south, I believe. Wait, actually, hold on a second. Let me make sure. I'm not 100% sure about that. Oh, I'm looking right at it. Mockery creates disadvantage on the next attack, and it does psychic damage as well. So let me just double check and see what our map looks like here. So I know where we're going next. Okay. Okay, yeah. So we came from the south. Oh, yeah, the bracelet. Yes, thank you. Thank you for the reminder, Wispy. You're quite right. You said bracelet like twice, and I'm like, why are you saying bracelet? And then I'm like, oh, yeah. Yes, so there is a bracelet that is wrapped around the body of the dead serpent. So the question is, poll, do we take it or not? Very simple. $ vote space 1, we take it. $ vote space 2, we don't. It is a simple looking bracelet. It does not seem to have any markings on it. It's just wrapped around the body of the serpent. So do we cut it off and take it with us or not? Take the bracelet, that's 1. Don't take the bracelet, that's 2. Thanks, Wispy. Ah, because Triffid was all about that Song of Rest. Yeah. No, I like bards. I think bards are useful. Right, exactly. Underneath it, Pandora, it actually has a vaccination record for the snake, and it says, like, Fido. And you're like... And it's like, please return to Stanley, the little 4-year-old boy who owns the snake. Pardon the thought. Somewhere Stanley is like, when is Fido coming home, Mommy? Well, Fido's never coming home again, son. You see, someone in those ruins killed him. Why would they do that, Mommy? I don't know, son. Some people are just... But, Mommy, what about the 5 starving orphans he saved last year? Well, Fido won't do that anymore. Fido had a family. Hey, what's up, Rising Tides? Things I didn't know an hour ago. 1, Arva streaming tonight. B, Jack Warner appeared to the Privy Council to not be extradited from Trinidad to the U.S. for FIFA-related corruption and lost. Knowing both these things give me great joy. It's good to see you, Rising Tides. I'm glad to have you here. That gives me great joy, as does the news that you have conveyed to us, which I did not know either. Now he will be extradited. Ha ha! So we have just killed a poisonous snake, and we have decided, by the will of chat, to take this bracelet with us. So we have taken the bracelet. My dark, sad snake monologue. Listen, I'm just speaking for the snake, okay? I think it's important to take stock of the scale of this disaster. Perhaps you shouldn't have all been so serpent of your actions. Oh, yeah. Let's go. He just had a bit of a rough history. It does not look like the snake is suitable for it, Pandora. Also, poison meat. Brandon's reactions to my puns, by the way, are the best. Can I just say? Boo! The snake even boos. Like, the dead head of the snake is like... Sss. Okay. So, we have a bronze bracelet. All right. Now we have a decision to make, chat, which is... we can go backwards or forwards, basically. We came from the south. So, to the east would be going forward. So, just a quick note, quick poll here. $sign vote. That was by far the worst I've done so far. Apparently, my reptilation precedes me. Yeah, let's go. Let's go. Even sick, I got the puns. Oh, man. Oh, man. Boo this man. Boo him. All right. So, forward is, so I'm going to open up this poll. $vote space 1 is to go ahead, basically. $vote space 2 is to go back. We came from the south. So, $vote space 1 is for us to go forward. Sorry to hear stick, but still, boo, yeah. You know, I'm fine. Just a cold. What's worse is that I'm now out of tissues. This is a disaster. I have more tissues downstairs. So we did listen for noise ahead and did not hear anything. That was actually already done. There was an alternate route if we go back theoretically. So we could go back and then we'd have to go back again down to the southeast. Or we could go, but the thing is we just chose to go up to the north just now, and this is where we ended up when we went north. So going northeast, which means continuing forward, would be $vote space 1. If we go backward, then we need to go back and then presumably back again southeast to continue. So we either go back and back southeast, or we go northeast from here. So $vote space 1 is going northeast from here. $vote space 2 is going back in southeast from the last room before this one. Okay, looks like we're going forward. I'm going to last call this quickly. Looks like we are going forward. All right. Forward it is. So, let's see if I can find where... Okay, there it is. Let me copy that. And I'm actually going to show you two things here, chat. Let me get rid of that polls for a second. So... All right, let me show you what we've got. Paste. Crop. Save as. D&D stuff. Into the unknown. Where's my into the unknown? There it is. Okay. So here we go, chat. What we see is this. Let me correct that. All right. So this is Area 5. Now I want to also show you something which we can now make out across the bridge. And let me see if I can show you that. I gotta find the map without giving too much stuff away, so... Alright, hang on a second. I'm gonna find it in a minute. Bear with me. A lot of great maps in here, but I'm looking for one of them. Give me the map. The heck is my map? Need to show chat something. There, okay. There are the maps. Okay. So... south of our location. All right. So let me find that. Then the reason I'm taking a little bit longer is because there's an area that I need to show you that we can now see. And I couldn't show you before. And now I can. Because of where we are in the place. So. Paste. Yep. Save as. Ping. Okay. So I want to show you this, chat. I'm going to reduce this in size. So here we've got, so we are right now in that area that I just minimized. Okay, this area here that I'm increasing and decreasing in size, that's where we are right now, and I'm going to describe that in a minute. But I do want to mention that right across the way from us, we can now see... Hang on a second. I hate when it does that. Hold on. It made a mistake on what it cut. So hang on. Let me redo that. There we go. Now we're cooking with gas. Before I was going to give you a map you wouldn't have been able to read, which would have been silly. Okay, now you'll be able to see this. So, what you can see down below is this. Whoops. So let me see if I can, like, put that together. I think that should be able to give you a sense of it. So there's the rope bridge, right? Okay, see that, chat? That's the rope bridge, and right across the way, we can see that area. Now, we can't quite make it out super well, but what it sort of looks like from where we are is we can see what looks more or less like a kind of, it looks like the temple. It's basically the temple at the center of this entire area that we're exploring. So it looks like that's the temple. And you can see for yourself that that rope bridge where we are is looking across at the temple. There's a gorge with a river that runs through it. The gorge is pretty deep and very far, way too far to be able to jump over. But I wanted to show you that so you could get a sense of what the thing is at the center, the temple at the center of these ruins. So let me reduce that so you can all kind of keep that in your... keep that in the back of your mind. Okay, that's the temple that's there. And now I'm going to increase this size again so we can look at where we are at the moment. In fact, I'll put this down there just to keep it in the same area. Don't think we could take over a temple. Hey, listen, we're strong and powerful, right? All right. So here is... Whoops. Sorry. I meant to do that and that. Okay. So here is what we have waiting for us. As you continue down the path, you come across a rope bridge. On your left, you see a waterfall cascading down to a small river that runs under the bridge and then down into the gorge. Excuse me. Wooden planks between the ropes on both sides hold the bridge together. It seems as if this bridge is the only way across. So, very simple question, chat. Do we cross the bridge or not? Let me pull up the poll. $ vote space 1, we cross the bridge. $ vote space 2, we don't. Do we cross the bridge or not? It does not look particularly sturdy. In fact, the bridge has not been part of any recent renovation. But it doesn't look like it's going to collapse immediately. But it does not look super sturdy, no. I mean, the good news is we're wearing light armor, basically. The water does not look that shallow. And the gorge is a fair bit down. But we are wearing leather armor, so we're not particularly heavy. Like, for some reason, that question reminded me of Dr. Evil in Austin Powers. It was like, are they ill-tempered? Extremely, sir. Very well. Yeah. I mean, the other way around is like, I mean... There's not a lot of options for that. I mean, you could try to... I guess you could try to go the other way and see if it extends downwards, but this seems to be the only way here. All right, going once. I think I last called this. The last call now. Going once. Going twice. Okay, so the bridge is indeed not very stable, and we cross the bridge without any issue, but as we do so, we hear a great deal of creaking and cracking as we go across, and several times where we think we hear the sound of splintering wood. So we make it across, but it was not super, like, it was a little freaky, I guess is the way I would describe that. But we made it. We made it across. But if we have to go back that way, we're going to have to think about that the next time that we go. Nonetheless, we made it across this time. Yeah, kind of sketchy. Kind of sketchy. But we made it. Okay. So... yeah, I mean, and who knows how much it's going to be useful for other stuff. I guess we will see. Okay, so let me give you a map then. For the next area that we come to across this way. Okay. Let's see. This is... all right, let me show you the map. So... this is what we see on the other side. Break on through to the other side. Okay. And just to orient this quickly, chat, this thing now is on the left side. So if you imagine this goes up here, right? This is the temple. And there's the connection. So you can now see where the connection is, right? So there's a path that goes down to the southeast. There's a place to the east, which I'll describe in a minute. The place to the west is what we just came from, and to the southwest is leading to that island where the temple actually is. Okay? So just something to keep in mind as you're looking at this. Drop some loot, lose some weight. There's a black hole blocking our path. Yes, that's true. You're going to have to imagine beyond it, Dragon. You have to imagine beyond the black hole. Okay. So you come across an intersection. The path extends to the left. That's where we just came from. The middle, that is straight ahead of us, and the right. One path leads to what you saw when you entered, the temple standing tall above the gorge. So we can either go... we're not going to go back across right now for obvious reasons. So we can either go east... into that large area ahead. We can go southeast to kind of curve the path around down to the southeast, or southwest to go to the center of the ruins where the temple is. So, where should we go? Should we go east to large room, southeast along the path, southwest to the temple? Okay, I have opened up the poll. Where should we go, chat? And we can always sneak. When you choose to go east, if you choose to go east, you can always then, if you wish, and you do it exactly that way, actually, Pandora. You can be like, once you make the decision and once everyone's decided, okay, we're going to go wherever we're going to go, then you can basically say we should do it sneaky. I'll just ask chat quickly if they want to go sneaky. And then I'll have, I think it's Wispy right now, roll a stealth check to see if you can make it. Unless chat is like, no, we will stride forward, screaming loudly. I mean, we could also do that. Just be like, you kidding me? I saw better temples at the pancake breakfast. Azaketh, more like Azasuck, am I right? Yeah, we're a bard. We need marching music. We are in a ruined temple. The Temple of Azaketh. No, definitely not. Are there footprints around? 76 trombones. There we go. Wispy, what I'm going to have you do is I am going to have you make... I'm going to have you make a perception check. So, perception check here is something which we happen to have, I believe, proficiency in, because we have expertise. So actually 2 times proficiency. So that means it's wisdom, which is 2, proficiency, which is double proficiency, so 4, so plus 6. So Wispy, while everyone's voting on this stuff as to where they want to go ahead and roll D20, and we're going to add 6 to that to find out what your perception check is for me, since you asked. And also, hi, Golden Drake. Oh, how it connects to the pancakes. I was joking about the idea that pancake breakfasts are sometimes held at churches, Dragon, you know, as like fundraisers and stuff like that. I have been to several of those pancake breakfasts. They're delicious. As a certified pancake fan myself. Although I think if I had to rank them in the eternal battle between waffles, pancakes, and French toast, I would probably say it goes waffles 1, pancakes 2, French toast 3, but I like all of them. 14 plus 6, 30, 20. Okay, you do not actually see footprints here, although you do... Excuse me. Sorry. Although you do think that you might see some traces of what looks like sort of dark red liquid in the sand, but it might be very dark, like in the path in the dirt off to the east in that large room. But it's kind of hard to tell, and it would definitely be old either way. Yeah, pancakes with chocolate, hell yeah. All right. I'm going to close that up. We're going to say southwest. There is no noise. No noise. Vegan pancakes. Nice. Where are we? Where's my thing? Okay. All right. So you were going to go to the southwest. All right. Across the area. You cross another rope bridge, and by the way, this other rope bridge is much, much more stable than the last one. However, this one leads in toward the center temple. You step off the bridge, and you discover something I have already shown you. Sorry, one I have already shown you. Right here. And we're going to go sneaky. Okay, so I need you then, in that case, to roll a stealth check for me. This is just going to be +3, D20 +3. We do not have exceptional proficiency in this, nor do we have expertise or anything like that. So just D20 +3, Wispy, and let's see how we do on that score. As far as the sneaky sneak. All right, another dirty 20. 17 +3. Okay, so you very quietly make your way over to this middle area here. And as you get over here, you can see that there is a pedestal on your right-hand side before the area opens to the circular plateau that rises above the gorge. The temple here is supported by 4 massive stone beams that hold up a large roof. And under it is an altar with nothing on it. In front, there is a single wooden kneeler, a place where you could kneel. So you can do a couple of things. We could proceed forward towards the temple. You could investigate the stone pedestal next to you. Or you could go back. So let me pull up the poll here. Proceed forward. Investigate stone pedestal, or go back. All right, chat. Not all the way back, just back across the bridge, basically. In answer to that question, there is not any obvious snake-related sculpture, although the top of the temple, let me just confirm here, that the top of the temple, yeah, there may be like a small, like, ruined statue on top of it, but it's hard to see what the statue actually is. Other than that, there were stone, like, snake statues at the beginning of the ruins when you first came in, but there doesn't seem to be anything obvious here snake-wise. All right. So, looks like we have a lot of people want to investigate the stone pedestal. Oh my god, really, Runel? All right, so we are going to investigate the stone pedestal. Okay, so when we investigate the stone pedestal, you take a closer look at the stone pedestal before you. It is a small column about 3 feet high and a foot in diameter. The top is flat, except for a few small indents, and it seems that there is an imprint of 2 webbed feet on the top. So the top of this pedestal has an imprint of 2 webbed feet. So I will let you think about that. No, the bracelet does not fit in any indentation. It's a bank. All right, I'm going to open this up here. So here we have 3 choices. We can proceed forward. We can put something, and I want you to say what in chat, on the pedestal, or we can go back. I can tell you right now that we do not have anything at the moment that has webbed feet on it. Not even our feet. All right, let's see. So we're looking at bracelet. I see some bracelet votes. But no, our feet are not webbed, and therefore we are halflings, not ducks. Exactly. Oh, yes. Yes, indeed. All right, bracelet. Triffett said bracelet. And there was a third vote. Pandora, what are we putting, what is the thing you want to put on the pedestal, since you voted for that? Do you want to put the bracelet on the pedestal? Just to confirm. Oh, you wanted to go back. Oh, well, then you need to change your vote. $ change vote space 3 if you want to change your vote. If you want to go back, Pandora. $ change vote space 3, and that will vote to go back. Change vote is all one word. There you go. All right, so we got a tie here between proceeding forward, putting a bracelet on the pedestal, and then we have go back as trailing with 1 vote. So last call here. We need someone to break this tie. I realized as I said this that I should have said we need someone to break the tie, Dragon Spear. Okay, Rudenell. What are we putting on the pedestal, Rudenell? The bracelet. You said bring the tie. Oh, what's up, Darkside Rob? Sorry, dude. I got your vote in. I have registered your vote. It's good to see you, Rob. What is up, my friend? And actually, I have something which will be of interest to Rob, actually, which I will talk about in just a moment, about the Klein. You folks should be following Rob if you're not already. Good guy, friend, streamer, video producer, audio editor and producer, musician, singer, vlogger, role player, man about town, etc. I see no vote for place drop bear on the pedestal. That's true. It's true. Voice actor. Voice actor. Didn't I say that already? I said a bunch of stuff. Also buy the book you just narrated. Yes. Did I? If I didn't say that, I should have let that out. I missed the main one. I was just running through things. And yes, voice actor. That's true. That is the main one. And you should get the latest one. In fact, Rob, you should show us which one was the latest one that you just got. I may or may not have some connections with that whole thing about reading things, but I cannot say more about that at the moment. All around Renaissance Man. Yes, but Rob is a voice actor. That's his principal. That is his principal operation. But it is. He's amazing. I may or may not have some connection with that all. Okay. So we're going to put a bracelet in it. Nothing happens. You put the bracelet in. It just sits on top of the pedestal. Nothing happens. Yeah, we can take the bracelet back, I'm going to assume. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to open a poll. We do not have Detect Magic, I'm afraid. We did examine the bracelet originally, though, or I mentioned that we did, and does not have any markings on it. It's just I think I said it was a brass bracelet, I believe is what I said. Bronze bracelet. Sorry, not brass. Bronze bracelet. But that's it. Nothing else interesting about it that we can tell. Yes, yes. No, please do link your books. Please do, Rob. Yes. And Rob really is a wonderful voice actor. And in fact, you're going to see Rob next month because Rob is going to be returning for at least a month anyway to the Arvocalis for our annual production of A Christmas Carol, which Rob has done for many years. We're going to have Tren, Rob, Zach, and Dot. So we will have a crew of 4. Very exciting. And one of my favorite events all year is the Christmas Carol reading. So we're going to be doing that next month. Dot is going to be the narrator. Dot has not done that yet, so Dot is going to be the narrator. And yeah, I'm excited for it. Full cast for Christmas Carol. Yes, I am very, very excited about it. You all know I love it, how much it's great. Oh, this is the first I've heard that you had a girlfriend, but congratulations on that. That's great to hear. When is Hanukkah, Rob? When's Hanukkah, so I know? And yes, I was going to be figuring that out probably this coming, not this week, but next weekend is what I was putting that up there anyway. So, so yeah, when is Hanukkah? 18th is the first night. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. So let's see. So let me just double check that quickly. So 18th through 24th. Yeah. So then we would probably aim to look to do that maybe the 13th, Tuesday the 13th. That might be when we would do it. The night of Tuesday the 13th, December 13th. So, all right, cool. We will talk about that. Yeah, congratulations. That's awesome, man. I'm really glad to hear that. Really glad to hear that. That's great. Okay. And I'm going to open up a poll for people, since the bracelet thing didn't work and we've taken it back. We have a chance to either proceed forward or go back. So I'm going to open a poll that basically just says $vote space 1, we go forward towards the temple. $vote space 2, we go back. While you're doing that, though, I want to talk about the Klein, which, since Rob's here, and this has actually a little bit of a connection to Rob in a way that I will explain in a moment. So on Tuesday, I did an interview at the famous Klein Theater in Bridgeport. Now, for those of you who don't know what this is, the Klein turned 82 years old last week. The Klein actually is a 1,400-seat theater. It is in the heart of Bridgeport. It is a place where the Reverend Martin Luther King himself spoke. It is a place where Rubinstein played piano. It holds both dance recitals and opera and a number of other things. And it is a super cool place that was actually built by using the material by the same factories in Bridgeport that built most of the ordnance that fell on Nazi Germany during World War II. So like almost every rocket and bomb that fell on Germany during World War II was made in Bridgeport. And those factories, as a result of that, there was a concern that they might be targeted by the Germans, by the Nazis. And so the theater was built not only as a theater, but also as something which could withstand an air raid. So the walls are 4 foot thick concrete. 4 feet of concrete. So the acoustics in the place are awesome. And it's a really good, it's a place that's really kind of good condition, actually, fairly good under the circumstances. But I was interviewed by the person who's the director of education at the Klein Theater, Maureen Hamill. And this was on Tuesday night, and we had a small audience. But they have a series of workshops that they do and a series of interview presentations. So this coming Tuesday, they're going to be interviewing the screenwriter for Who Framed Roger Rabbit and stuff like that. So they brought me in as a person who is an author, obviously, and a Twitch streamer and a game master and a musician and all that kind of stuff, and a professor. So they wanted to talk to me in particular about my writing, my game mastering, and my live streaming, in particular those three. It was a really good interview, and there were a bunch of kids there as well, part of this other theater program. And like basically 6th to 9th graders were there was also that group, like that class that was there. And yeah, thank you, Dragon. It was awesome. Like they were really into it. They asked great questions. They were like, it was really cool. They were really also like over the moon, because I kept bringing up all this stuff that they knew about, because I was talking about, things relating to like Fallout and like the game, and things relating to obviously tabletop role playing and Dungeons and Dragons and all this stuff, and they were all just like nodding along. It was really cool. They wanted to ask me, I had mentioned at one point Marvel, and they asked me who my favorite Spider-Man actor was and which my favorite movie was. So they were very impressed that I said Into the Spider-Verse. So there was all that. So that was all very cool. And at the end of it, the executive director, who was an Emmy-winning producer, was in there watching the whole thing as well. So he came up and he's like, that was great. He's like, you were really great. And this was really, they were really engaged in the audience. It was great. Like, it was really amazing. And they taped it. They are going to be providing a link. And once they have a link, then I'll put it out there so people can watch it. Because they taped it. They have like a whole camera setup and whatever. So I was like, well, I was like, you know, since you mentioned that this worked out well, I'm curious if there might be any interest in running a live D&D event. Would there be any interest in running a Dungeons and Dragons event in this very theater, in this place in the spring? And I said I could bring some people here who would be suitable as players for that, and I think would be pretty awesome and blah, 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 blah. So the short story version of this is that they are extremely interested in doing this. We have not confirmed anything yet, obviously. This is early days. I only first spoke to them on Tuesday. But it's a very, very cool possibility. And so the reason I'm saying this with Rob there was because Rob is one of the people that I'm going to ask to be part of this D&D event if Rob would like to do so. I am also going to be asking a couple of other folks. There are two people in particular I can think of who may have participated in a certain symposium event whose names might rhyme with Barlos Berlandez and Blair Blooney. Blee Blooney, whom I may actually invite from New York to be part of this event, and a couple of others. So I want a couple of other players to be as part of that in front of an audience. Now they think that we will pack the place. That's what they think. I was like, well, listen, I'm in the area. I'm generally speaking in the area, but I said, I have not been here in the general area for that long. And so they were like, no, we think that we will be able to get a lot of promo out and a lot of stuff for this. And they have 3 cameras as well that allows them to basically produce the show, like basically produce it with like different clips and everything else. So I am very hopeful that we'll be able to do something like that. Nothing is guaranteed. Oh, that's interesting. So we have no knowledge on when except in the spring, Rob. Only in the spring. That's the only thing I know so far. I have to contact the actual executive director about it. But the education director is very excited about it. And the executive director indicated when I was talking to him directly that he really liked the idea as well. So I'm hoping that means it is going to happen. I am, like I say, very, very pumped up for the prospect of this because I love doing events like this anyway at the symposium, but also I'd love to be able to do something in a theater that has some history like this. And I don't know, I just think it'd be really cool. So who knows, except that it is definite that they are quite interested in the concept of it. And so that is obviously a very positive thing. So I will talk more with Rob about that separately. But since Rob was here, I thought I would mention that because I just spoke on Tuesday. And it was really great. Like I say, they did a good job with the interview, and it was really... And they did the whole thing with the lavalier mic, and they mic'd us up and the whole bit. So it was pretty slick. And they had a big projector behind us with all of like my various stuff. I tweeted that out. If you go look at my Twitter, you can find it there. So it was cool. It was neat. And thank you, Rob. Awesome. Yeah, I'll talk to you more about that when I know more myself. But just as a kind of theoretical possibility, I wanted to mention that. Okay, so with that said, it looks like we are in favor of proceeding forward. So I'm going to close down this poll. I'm going to close down that poll, and we are going to proceed forward. All right, forward, animal. All right. You take 3 steps beyond the bridge and immediately slam into an invisible wall. It certainly did not feel good, but you don't feel any weaker. There is some sort of magical barrier not allowing you to enter. Bam! Who's more self? Right, I assumed Sneaky Wispy, but we didn't even need to worry about it because we slammed into an invisible wall. So there is an invisible wall there, chat. Sneakily into the wall, exactly. No one ever saw it coming. So now I'm going to give you all an opportunity to talk briefly about that. And then we'll have a decision, which is probably going back over the bridge, because unless you want to do something else. So let me know about that. I usually just go to bed if I hit a wall. A suitable offering, yeah. We did, I don't believe you mentioned that you kept the snake head. Just so you're curious, just in case you're curious though, the snake head is much bigger than any of the like the indentations on the pedestal are webbed feet, and the snake head is much bigger than that, in case you're curious. Like, it doesn't look like one leads to the other, but I'm just, because that's a good thought, but the snake head, it would be bigger than that. For whatever that's worth. Okay, so assuming that chat wants to go back, and it looks like from the discussion that the chat is suggesting that you go back. I'm not going to put a poll up for that. I'm going to do that unless chat disagrees, because it sounds like that's where the discussion is going. Unless it's a hipster dungeon. That would be funny. All right. So we're going to go back then, and that means that we're going to head back to the intersection area, which I believe was area 6, 7. Find that up. Yeah, I mean, it could be. There we go, good. There we are. Okay. So we go back over again. The rope bridge here is no problem. So again, the description of this is that this is an intersection where you could proceed. So we have two options here, basically. Well, three, I guess. You could go east into the large room. You can go southeast along the path. Remember, there's that path that goes along the outside that you can see. So go southeast, or go back over the unstable rope bridge to the west. So this is the other rope bridge, not the one that goes back to the temple. That's the one that goes back to where we fought the snake. So three choices, basically. You can either go east into the large room from here. You can, let me put up the poll thing. You can go east into the large room from here. That's $vote space 1. You can go southeast, which is basically along that little curvy path that you can see going down to the southeast there. Or you can go back over the unstable rope bridge to the west. Favorite Game Grumps dad joke. How'd the hipster burn his mouth? He ate pizza before it was cool. That's awesome. Oh, man. That's good. It's good stuff. It's good work if you can get it. Ah. Okay. That's good to keep in mind. You know what, too, Rock God, by the way? I'm gonna type something. I'm just gonna send you a quick message in Discord, Rock God, that you just reminded me of. You literally just reminded me of that, so I just sent you something in Discord. Okay. Let's see. So... Okay, so we got 3 votes for Go East into the large room. So far, that seems to be winning. Get your votes in now, chat. $ vote space 1 if you want to go east into the large room. $ vote space 2 if you want to go southeast. And $ vote space 3 if you want to go back over the unstable rope bridge to the west. All right. Last call, last call. I'm digging this music. This music actually works really well, I think, for this. And the music is called Temple Garden. It's from Tabletop Audio. Excuse me. Yeah, I like it. Tabletop Audio does some good stuff, I have to say. Some pretty good atmospheric stuff. I obviously have stuff that I use from Greenforge Studios and from other, soundtrack folks that I've used before. But I like Tabletop Audio. All right. All right. So we have decided to go east into the large room. All right. Okay. So let me see if I have a separate thing for this. I don't think I do. Okay. The path continues forward, but begins to angle slightly downward. If you weren't on edge, you might not have noticed. After a couple more steps, you come across a large oval amphitheater. Rows of benches extend all around the stadium. You can quickly count more than 20 levels of rows. You discern that this is a coliseum with a fighting pit in the center, and you think you see something lying on the dirt floor of the pit. Wispy, I would like you, please, to make a perception check for me. The perception check, which is what I believe I talked about before, is that's times 2 times expertise. So, look, in wisdom is 2, and then proficiency's double, so because we have expertise in it, so 6. So 20 plus 6, please. I mean, I'm sure it's fine. It's a blood-stained arena. What could go wrong? $18. Okay. As you scan the arena, you are forced to clear your throat. Okay. As you scan the arena, you notice an odd figurine in the dirt down below. You cannot quite make out what it is, but it seems valuable. So that item that you see down below is an odd figurine. So, here's what we've got. I'm going to give you folks a poll. We could continue down the stairs, excuse me, to reach the floor of the fighting pit. That would be fighting, not writing. Fighting pit. We could investigate the stadium and the rows of seating, or go back. All right, chat, what's it going to be? $ vote space 1 is continue down the stairs to reach the floor of the pit. $ vote space 2 is investigate the stadium and the rows of seating. And $ vote space 3 is go back. When you place it on the pedestal, a light projects the ceiling. Movie voice says, Donald Duck. Ooh. All right, very close here. Continue down the stairs to reach the floor of the pit or investigate the stadium and the rows of seating. That's funny. Yeah, the problem is now with anything with Trump, I usually just have the sound off, so that means I just see him flailing, which means I'd have to watch him, and that would be bad. But yes. Anything to make more ridiculous would be... You've seen the pictures, right, of like the accordion? Like they photoshopped an accordion and he does this silly talking method. He's an awful public speaker, by the way. As someone who is literally teaches it and was quite good at it, and like studied it for many years, he is an awful public speaker. And a lot of politicians tend not to be great at it. Biden's okay. Obama was phenomenal. But that other guy is terrible. Yeah, I know, that's true. As long as he's nowhere near DC. That's, amen to that. Amen to that, Rob. Okay, so we are going to continue down near the stairs. Here we go. You walk down the remaining stairs and hop over the 4-foot-high wall that separates the bottom of the dirt pit from the audience. The fighting arena is about 200 feet wide. That's big. Now that you are on the bottom, you can see the object anchored into the ground with more clarity. It seems to be in the shape of a lizard's head. It is very similar to the lizard folk you just fought back at the den. You take a step toward the object, but from the corner of your eye, you see something. So let me show you what you see. That's right, chat. You saw something. Tremble at the something that you see. Okay. Hang on a second. Getting you a picture of this. All right. You see this. Suspense is killing. Blah. Nope, wrong thing. Terror bird. This is why I wanted to show it to you. You see a large bird with 2 legs sprinting towards you, chomping its large axe-shaped beak. Dun, dun, dun. And that means, chat, the time has come to roll initiative. All right, Wispy, you're going to get a chance to do this fight. So let me change up to combat music. All right, so we're looking at a, let's see, D20 plus 3 for our initiative. No, not 6, 3. So that means you got a 15. That's exactly what we had last time, actually. All right, let's see what he rolls. right. He rolls. Okay. He rolls less than that. Okay. This is Mr. Fluffins. Avoid the words Kentucky and fried in its presence. Okay. So, right. So this thing is running towards us, and now we've got to deal with it. So, here we go, chat. First question of this combat I have for all of you folks is, what should we do? Should we run? Should we attack? Should we cast? Let's see what we got here. Vicious Mockery. Should we cast? Let's see. I don't know that Tasha's is going to work. I'm going to look in a second. Can't do Shatter either. So let me take a look here at... Let me take a look at whether Shatter... No, actually, that could work. We could cast Shatter. Cast Shatter. Or, the other one I wanted to look at was Tasha's Hideous Laughter. Let's see. Yeah, this thing is not going to be affected by Tasha's Hideous Laughter. It's not going to get the joke. So, we've got a choice of running, attacking, casting Vicious Mockery, casting Thunder Wave, or casting Shatter. What would you like to do? Cast Batter and Hot Oil on it. It's not going to get the yoke. Hey, what's up, Crit Twitch? So, $ vote space 1 is run. $ vote space 2 is attack. $ vote space 3 is cast Vicious Mockery. $ vote space 4 is Thunder Wave. $ vote space 5 is Shatter. Now, in case you're curious about these different ones, Shatter means that a loud ringing noise comes out from a point of your choice within range. They have to make a con saving throw. If they make it, if they don't make it, they take 3d8 thunder damage. That is a second level spell. We have 2 second level spell slots, but we could use one of those if you want. We could use Thunder Wave, which is a first level spell slot. We have 4 of those slots available. And obviously Vicious Mockery is a cantrip, so we can use those essentially at will. So, Vicious Mockery, so run, attack, Vicious Mockery, Thunder Wave, or Shatter. Better not egg him on the puns. I'm gonna let you finish, but I feel like the balance of power has been scrambled here. That was a good one. You know that was a good one. I got that one over easy. Hell yeah, let's go. Look at the sunny side up. Nice, nice. The Corolla is calling. And promptly leaves. And I'm out. We best not poach puns. I was thinking about poached. I didn't have an immediate one for that. That's good. That's good. It's good quality. That's another feather for your nest, from Prince Justin. Another feather in your cap, I should say. I've heard of jokes much more foul than that one. But I see you have a special talent for it. Birds of a feather. Vicious punnery should be its own thing. All right, last call. That's true. Thanksgiving is coming. Yes, that's true. You don't want to bird them all. Going once, going twice. Okay, Vicious Mockery. So, needs to try to make a wisdom saving throw. Need to keep on giving, though. Just saying. Okay. Yeah, that is a colossal. It does not make that. So I need you, please, for me, Wispy, to roll 1d4. It'll be at disadvantage on its attack. 1d4 is how much psychic damage this is going to do to this thing. So please roll 1d4. No modifiers, just 1d4. Is that a 4? Oh, 4 plus 0 is 4. Okay, gotcha. Outstanding. All right. You have viciously mocked it. And now it's at disadvantage. So it's going to attempt to attack. It's going to do so with its beak. And it ends up rolling. A 10 is its lower roll. That does not even come close to hitting us. So we dodge out of the way, and that brings us up to the top of the round. All right, chat. So here we go again. So we have hit it. It looks like, we did some damage. It still looks like it's in fairly good health. So for this second round, do we run away? Do we attack it? Do we cast Vicious Mockery again? Do we cast Thunderwave, or do we cast Shatter? So second round here. Oh, and also I need to put up these poles like that. There we go. What say you, chat? $ vote space 1 to run. $ vote space 2 to attack. $ vote space 3 for Vicious Mockery. $ vote space 4 for Thunderwave. $ vote space 5 for Shatter. Now, quick note. Vicious Mockery requires it to make a save. Vicious Mockery does not do very much damage. We do way more damage if we attack it. But there is the thing that as long as we continue to hit it with Vicious Mockery, it will continue to be at disadvantage on its attacks. So we may decide we want to do that because we're basically trying to protect ourselves from what might happen next. But remember, we are kind of whittling away at it a little bit because Vicious Mockery, even at its maximum damage, is not very much. Just something to consider. All right, I have 3 votes for this. Do I have any other votes? It's funny to make fun of monsters. I see what you're saying. So you're kind of playing this in a defensive strategy. Yeah, that makes sense, Justin. Prince Justin, I can see that. Poultry. Wow. Nice work. You did not chicken out of that joke. Good stuff. Some Korean fried chicken. I actually today had some very good Vietnamese food. And I don't remember what it was that I ordered, except it was, I remember what it was, but I don't remember the name of it. Stir-fried yellow noodles, shrimp, chicken, bean sprouts, egg, broccoli, shrimp, and some cool sauce as well. It was good. It was very good. I was impressed. All right, going once, going twice. Yeah, it was very good. It was just very almost like comfort food, It was very good. All right, we are going to cast Vicious Mockery again. Let's see. That's going to miss again. So, go ahead and roll damage once again. Psychic damage, 1d4 here, please, for me, Wispy. See how much psychic damage we do this time. You call those wings? I've seen better wings dipped in honey mustard, know what I'm saying? This bird's attacks are only so quality. Wow, another 4 damage. Apparently we are really psychically damaging this thing. All right, it is at disadvantage to attack us. So good roll again. Let's see. Okay. Well, both of those rolls were not very good on its part, but it definitely missed with a 10. It was a 10 and 11 that it rolled. So it missed with a 10, and that brings us back up to the round. Same thing again, chat. Third verse, same as the first. Run, attack, vicious mockery, thunderwave, or shatter. It's looking more hurt now. It does not look dead yet, like close to death, but it's definitely been hurt so far. So far, we have done 8 points of psychic damage to it. You think one more vicious mockery, then go on offense? So we're basically kind of like softening it up, is what you're saying. Yes, yes. True. Flightless bird, more like a fightless bird, am I right? Hey-o. All right, last call, last call. Things are looking bleak for this bird. Need you all to put that to rest. Well done. I literally was like, how do I make this joke? And I was going to say, but it doesn't work because your name isn't Harry. But if your name was Harry, Emily, I could have made the joke, you're a gizzard, Harry, and then it would have been funny. But because it's you're not, it doesn't work at all. Oh, man. All right. Vicious Mockery. One last time. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. This may be enough. It rolled an 18. Let's see. Yeah, that's enough to make the save. It is not affected by our Vicious Mockery. So now it's going to attack us without disadvantage and without having any damage done to it. And it is going to hit us with a 21, doing how much damage? 4 points of slashing damage. All right, so we're down to 17. All right, chat, back to the top. Oh, sorry. No. Forget that one. Sorry. I opened the wrong one. That's the one we wanted. Okay. $ vote 1 run. $ vote space 2 is attack. $ vote space 3 is Vicious Mockery. $ vote space 4 is Thunderwave. $ vote space 5 is Shatter. Yeah, I can only take so many puns. It's like, listen, I've heard this all before. Everyone trying to attack. Last call, last call. Last call on whether we attack or cast Vicious Mockery. Sounds like where chat's going with is that. And all right, attack it is. So for this one, Wispy, we are going to be doing this with the rapier again, presumably, unless chat has some reason not to. That means that we're going to be doing it. We're proficient at that. So it's going to be our dexterity plus proficiency, which is 2. So D20 plus 5 to hit this thing. So D20 plus 5, and tell me what you got. Ouch is a 7. Yeah, that's not going to get it done. That is a miss. And so it comes ravening in with its beak. And it pecks violently at us with a 21 to hit. Doing 5 more points of damage. We are now at 12 out of 25, and that brings us to the top. Now, it is hurt, chat. We have hurt it, but we have not hit it to do enough damage yet. So, do we run? Do we attack it? Continue our attack, but this time hit it. Do we cast Vicious Mockery again? Do we cast Thunder Wave again or Shatter to try to basically wipe it out with a more powerful spell? So, run, attack, Viciously Mock. You know, we talked about what that does. Or Thunder Wave or Shatter, which are more powerful spells. What say you, chat? Yes, we will. That is true. I will open that up next round as an option. Yes, we could also Healing Word ourselves. That's true. That is true. That's a good pickup. Yes, we could do that. We're not going to get the benefit of Song of Rest, obviously, but... Can we read it? Vogon poetry. Interesting. Interesting. Makes me think of Hanar from Mass Effect. I like that it's only the 3rd worst poetry in the universe, by the way. Vogon poetry. All right, last call. Last call. We have 2 for attack. We could run, we could attack, we could Viciously Mock, we could Thunder Wave, we could Shatter. And depending on what happens, we could Healing Word ourselves. I'll throw that open to chat as well afterwards. We also have our Potion of Healing as well, so... Going once. Going twice. And... All right. The attack it is. All right. So, for this one again, we've got D20 plus 5 on this one, Wispy. Actually, wait. Don't roll that yet. Don't roll that yet. Okay, well, never mind. You did. Forget what I was going to say. That's silly. Never mind. That's fine. So, all right. So, that is a hit. Clearly a hit. So, now what we're going to do is you're looking at 1d8 plus 3. Yeah, nice roll there. 1d8 plus 3. $1d8 plus 3 is what we're rolling here. 6 plus 3 is 9. Very nice. Okay, that is a very solid stab. This thing looks now extremely hurt. That really hurt it a lot. So as we go back up... Oh, wait. It gets to attack first. So we'll do the attack, but it looks very hurt, just so you know. Okay, let's see. It is going to attempt to attack. It will not hit us. That is a 12 to hit, and we have an AC of 14, so it does not hit us, which brings us up to the top of the round. So, it is very hurt. Now we can run, attack again, cast Vicious Mockery, Thunder Wave, or Shatter. Looks very hurt now. What do you want to do, chat? $ vote space 1 to run, $ vote space 2 to attack, $ vote space 3 to cast Vicious Mockery, $ vote space 4 for Thunder Wave, $ vote space 5 for Shatter. Looks now quite hurt. So get in your votes now. sensing some desire to eliminate this bird. Okay, we're going to last call this here. Chat knows the deal. Chat does not want to bury its head in the sand. Last call. That was quality. It's good work, Emily. Last call. Last call. Last call. Very nice. Very nice. Good work. Well done. I'd like to subscribe to your newsletter. Okay, going once. Going twice. And there we go. All right, the attack has happened. So, that means D20 plus 5. You know the drill with that, Wispy. And yes, definitely support the treasure trove. I did not mention this before, my apologies. But definitely support this. This is from Athos. They have gotten, they made some good progress over the last day. They picked things back up. They're currently sitting at 3386, 79 backers, but there are 11 days to go. Their goal is 5,000. And as Emily's been talking about on Twitter, they want to go much further than that, right? 5,000 is just the bare minimum. So they'd like to go further than that. But that at the very least is what you're aiming for, to be able to get an audiobook of Millennium Falls, The Traveling Triple C Incorporeal Circus, read by C.S.E. Cooney, a professional audiobook narrator, and should be familiar to people in this chat. Plus, you can get a lot of cool treasures and things like that, including a Kukuri pin from Greyshade and squid plushies and things like that. So definitely it is worth your while to check that out if you have not already done so. Please go over and give it some support. Does he understand common? Very nice. 8 plus 5, 13. Actually, that 13 is enough because the AC is actually only 11. So that means it does hit. So 1d8 plus 3 here, Wispy, for damage to this thing, please. This bird does not have a lot of defense. Defense. 2 plus 3 is 5. And with a mighty, I guess, thrust of the rapier, stab at the heart, from hell's heart I stab at thee. The bird falls dead. Its time is now fried. And as an eerie silence enters the arena, you have a decision to make, chat. First of all, I will note now that you do have an opportunity, before we go any further, you do have an opportunity to try to heal yourself, because we are down to 12 points again. Now, we could do another short rest, but again, there's always the risk of wandering monsters and stuff like that. We also do have Healing Word, and we have the Potion of Healing. So I'm going to pop up a chat here quickly, just to see how we want to heal ourselves. Then we'll obviously explore the room and all that kind of good stuff. But before we do any of that, should we... use Healing Word. That's a first level spell. We have 4 of those. Healing Potion. We have 1 of those. Short Rest. We've already done one, but... or keep going. The Terror Bird was not silent. You did make some noise. Yes. Now, you do not see anything around you immediately, but you did indeed make some noise. You don't see any other threat within the pit. So yes, so $ vote space 1 chat to use Healing Word. We have 4 of those. $ vote space 2 to use our Healing Potion. We have 1 of those. $ vote space 3 to take another short rest. We just took one short rest about 15 minutes ago, and $ vote space 4 to just keep going. So far I have 3 votes for Healing Word. Yeah, exactly. Can we song as well? Absolutely. Well, but song is rest. Well, actually, let me take that back, Wispy. Song of Rest only works when you're taking a short rest. It doesn't work on its own. So you can't just do it to add to Healing Word. It'd have to be part of Song of the Short Rest, which, you know, as we talked about. Going once on this. Going twice. And all right. So we're going to be using Healing Word now. Healing Word is going to be, give me 1 second. Yeah, which is the... Right, so that is our charisma. That's what I thought. So for Healing Word, what we're going to do for Healing Word is I'm going to have Wispy. I'm going to have you roll 1d4 plus our spellcasting ability modifier, and our spellcasting ability modifier is 3 because it's based on charisma. So 1d4 plus 3, that's how much we're going to heal. And then we'll use up one of our spell slots. 1d4 plus 3. Four plus 3. Nice. Okay. So that brings us back up to 19. We have 3 out of 4 first spell slots. So quick poll, chat. Do we do another Healing Word to get up to the rest of the 25, or do we just keep going? $ vote space 1, we use a second Healing Word, presumably Healing Word, a second Healing Word to go up to 25, or $ vote space 2, we just keep going. We're now up to 19 out of 25. You think after searching the arena, I should call it a night and drink some fluids and get some rest? Yeah, I'm probably going to go one more room past this, I think, Triffid, and then I'll do that. I mean, the thing is, I'm feeling, like, as I say, I'm not in any, like, I'm not in any distress or pain or, like, when we first played this a few months ago, like maybe 5-6 months ago, I was feeling, like, actually quite ill. And so I had to stop playing in the middle of it because I was just like, I don't feel anything like that now. It's just that my voice is kind of, you know, messed up because of that thing. So I'm doing okay. I'm not in, you know, I'm doing fine. I feel okay. But because it is getting a little bit late and I am going to be going to this event tomorrow and then coming back and playing D&D tomorrow night, I don't want to overdo it. So yeah, we'll probably do one room beyond this. Another 50 minutes would be about a 3-hour stream, so that'd be okay. No, I understand. I won't push it too hard. I won't push too much. But I appreciate the thought and the concern, and I will keep that in mind. $ vote speed. Okay, going once. Going twice. Okay, so we're going to keep going. All right, so you approach the figure that was embedded in the dirt and find that it is indeed the head of a lizard folk made from jade. It is about 4 inches tall. You pull it out of the dirt expecting a body to follow. However, you find that it is not attached to anything. So we have a lizard folk statue head. We have a lizard folk statue head, just what we always wanted, chat. A lizard folk statue head is what we have. Okay. All right. And that seems to be all that is here, which means we now go back out. And now we have a decision to make, chat, which is presumably we're not going back to the temple yet because presumably we don't have what we need yet. So the question is, are we going to go back over the unstable rope bridge, not the one that leads to the temple, but the one that goes back to where we originally fought that other snake? Or do we go down the path that we have not yet gone down, which is the path to the southeast? So I'm going to open a simple poll here. $ vote space 1 means you go back over the unstable rope bridge towards where we fought the snake. $ vote space 2 means we go down the one path we haven't gone yet, which is the path to the southeast that you can see there. What is it going to be? All right, last call. Seems pretty clear. Most people want to go to the southeast. Oh, wow, Emily, nice. All right, going once. Going twice. Okay, so down to the southeast it is. And the southeast we have this. I have a new picture for you. So let me do that. Okay. All right, give me 1 sec while I fix one thing. Oh, Mastodon. Yeah. Okay. So here, chat, is what you see. As I get rid of that. This is what we see, and it is as follows. You come across another split in the path. You see a small building not quite yet in ruin where the path branches off. The path curves ahead of you. So there's like a little building that you can see to the east. And then we came from the north, and we could continue to go back down south. So we'll make that really simple. Go east into the room. That'll be choice 1. Continue south along the path. That'll be choice 2. Or head back north is choice 3. Explore snakily. Yes. And wherever you choose to do, we'll try to make a stealth check as part of that. So what do we do, chat? $ vote space 1 to go east into the room. $ vote space 2 to go south along the path. Or $ vote space 3 to head back to the north. Okay. Last call. Looks like people want to head into that room, but let's make sure. Going once, going twice. Okay. There we go. So, you were going to head east into the room. Into that building, I should say. You turn into an offshoot shrine to the savage god Azaketh. It is a small chamber that houses only a small altar with a lizard folk idol atop it. Your attention is quickly stolen as you look right and see a human male and a lizard folk male. The human says, "You're not supposed to be here," and whoosh, draws forth a scimitar. So, the cultist and the lizard folk guy have arrived. Okay, for this one, I think we said we would go on to Trifid for this. For combat here, because we were switching off. So I think we're doing Trifid on this one. And the sneak check was 4+. Sorry, I didn't do the sneak check. It wouldn't have mattered anyway, though, because they were like literally standing right there. So there's no sneak that could have worked. Sorry, though, Wispy, I forgot about that. But it doesn't matter because they would have seen you anyway. So I need initiative roll from Trifid, assuming Trifid's still cool to do it. And that would be D20 plus 3, I believe, for that initiative. And I'm going to roll initiative for them. If you still want to, Trifid, if you're still there. Maybe. Possibly. Trifid going once. Trifid going twice. Oh, 17 plus what? Dexterity. So that's 3. So that'll be a 20. Yeah, my initiative rolls today have been dreadful. So, not that I'm complaining, because it certainly means that it's helped out the cause, but okay, so 20 for Dex. All right, so we get to go first. Okay, so we've got 2 enemies that we're facing right now, chat. 2 enemies, so keep that in mind as I put up the poll for this one. So the question is, what are we going to do? We can run. We can attack. We can cast Vicious Mockery. I would remind everybody that Thunder Wave is an area effect spell, so that might hit both of them. And Shatter is also a area effect spell. So Shatter is more powerful. Thunder Wave is not as powerful, but is also area effect, and then we know about what the rest of these are. So what would you like to do, chat? You can either run, that's $ vote space 1, attack, $ vote space 2, cast Vicious Mockery, $ vote space 3, Thunder Wave, $ vote space 4, or Shatter, $ vote space 5. Again, Shatter and Thunder Wave are both area effect spells. Shatter is more powerful, but both of those are AoEs. Yeah, I mean, my thought would be an area effect spell makes sense here too, yeah. That would be my assumption. Oh, yeah. I mean, I would assume you can viciously make fun while shattering them, you know? Man, you just fall apart in combat, don't you? You know? Which one of you is the lizard? Ooh, wow. Which one of you is the lizard? Ouch. And you're cold-blooded, check it and see. You've got a fever of 10 below 3. Okay. My burns are layered. It's a good thing I'm kind and sweet. Yeah, that one's solid. That one's one of those ones that you'll think about for a while. Okay, going once, going twice. All right, Shatter it is. Now, the beauty of Shatter is that they're going to take damage even if they make their con saving throws. So, let's see if they make their con saving throws. First of all, the cultist dude. Wow, yeah, he sure does make his saving throw. He rolls a natural 20 to make it. Let's see if the lizard folk makes. The lizard folk does not make his saving throw. So what I need is for Triffid to roll 3d8 for me, please. The cultist is going to take half of that damage. The lizard folk is going to take all of it. And I'm going to use up one of our second level slots for Shatter. But kaboom! 8 plus 8 plus 1, so 17, huh? All right, well, the lizard folk is utterly obliterated. The lizard folk basically just blows up. The other one's 17 minus 9. And that's enough to actually kill the other guy, too. That just kills the other guy, but it kills both of them. So basically, they're just like, you shouldn't be here. And you're like, kabam! And they're like, destroyed. That is the beauty of Shatter, chat. It's good stuff. Now, it is a second level spell, as I mentioned. So, you know, something to think about there. But it did the job. That was quite impressive. Quite impressive. Okay. Indeed, most impressive. Indeed, you are powerful. Okay. So, well done, chat. With those guys destroyed, let's find out what actually they were guarding. Unfortunately, you shattered everything in the room. No, I'm just kidding. You haven't done that. Okay. So, you notice in the room, there are 4 bedrolls in this chamber, a table and 2 chairs, and 4 packs on top of 3 of the bedrolls. So the question I have for you, chat, is, do you wish to, very simple poll on this one, do you want to search the room or leave? So $ vote space 1 is search the room, $ vote space 2 is leave. A lizard fold body. $ vote space 1 is search the room, $ vote space 2 is leave. Loot, 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 loot. Yeah, this was, I had a feeling this was going to be a pretty easy call, but last call, last call. Yeah. I had a feeling people were going to be like, hell yeah, after we did that. You just walk in, boom. And, all right, I'm going to close this. Seems pretty obvious. Okay, so you search through the room, and sure enough, chat, we do find some stuff. Here's what we get. You find 12 gold pieces. So 53. Gold now. 26 silver pieces. 26 silver pieces. And we find a scroll in one of the packs. Specifically, it is a scroll of Cure Wounds. 2nd level. And basically what that means is a Cure Wounds spell is 1d8 plus your spellcasting ability modifier. But when you cast it at 2nd level or higher, it's an additional 1d8. So basically that works out to 2d8 plus 3. So that's very nice. There are 2 large mugs of what look like water on the table. But the item of most interest is sitting next to the mugs. There is a torso of some scaly creature in jade figurine form. The torso seems to be about 8 inches in diameter. So we apparently have found a lizard folk statue torso. So I think we can start seeing how this is all coming together, chat. We need to get that thing for the pedestal. We've now got a lizard folk statue head, and we've got a lizard folk statue torso. So we are now starting to see the violence inherent in the system. By which I mean we are making some good progress here. And all of this so that we can discover, get into that temple where we are going to find out more about this dude Azaketh, whatever that happens to be. Yeah, probably don't want to drink from the mugs. Yeah. That's maybe not the best idea under the current circumstances, I would say. That could be problematic, I would say. All right. So, good stuff, chat. So I think that is a good place to pause. We've been streaming for about 3 hours. So I think that is a good place to pause. It is getting late, and I'm going to be streaming tomorrow, but I want to save this as this, except instead of being September 30th, it is November 19th, 2022. And as we leave this behind, we have our stats here. 19 out of 25 hit points, not bad. 2 out of 3 hit dice, not bad. 53 gold, more than we had last time. 26 silver, more than we had last time. We have a scroll of cure wounds. That's really good. We have the bronze bracelet, and we have a lizard folk statue head and a lizard folk statue torso. And we've still got 3 out of 4 first level spell slots, 1 out of 2 second level spell slots. And we are now searching, apparently, for all of this to happen. All right, good night, Arudno. So, good stuff, everybody. Good stuff indeed. And I am going to close that down. I'm going to close this. And we're going to exit out of the game. Because it is indeed time for Arv Bed, yes. Just as I close the 6 million windows that we had here. Okay. And that. And, of course, the vicious mockery window that we needed to have open. Okay. Good stuff, though. I was very pleased about all of that. That was good stuff. Let's see. RBot Plus we've still got there. We're going to remove that. Let's see. Hold on a second. Make sure I have that in the right spot. Well, that's after the countdown timer. Okay, so let me just make sure I reset everything to the right spot. Remove. Coins and pins are ordered and in production. Huzzah! Very excited about that. Okay. Let's bring this back up here. All right, chat. Very good stuff. That was fun. I have been definitely enjoying doing these. I always enjoy this stuff, but I've been enjoying doing this and hanging out with you folks while we play it. So it's been great. I am very happy for more. I'm looking forward to doing more of this in a couple of months when January, actually, the first month of the new year, we will play this some more. So that's going to be good stuff. We're on pins and needles. I see what you did there. Also, hi, Big Boss. So yes, if you like what you saw and heard today, I hope you'll follow the channel. I hope you will check out the YouTube at !ArvTube, Discord !ArvCord, Twitter !ArvTweets, website arvaneleron.com, financially !ArvShop for the merchandise area, !ArvTreon for that Patreon right there. Really the financial backbone of the channel. That plus subbing to the channel, as a few of you did today. Thank you so much. That really does help the channel as well. So please consider doing that, subbing or resubbing to the channel. To get those custom sub badges and emotes with Patreon support, you can get other cool stuff. And that really is, as I say, the financial backbone of the channel. You can also support my writing, !Icarus for my Icarus graphic novel from Athos Arts, !Library for Tales and Tomes, The Forbidden Library, my 5e adventure and source book from Alligator Alley Entertainment, and !Grayshade for my novel Grayshade. You can also pre-order Renegade and Heretic at those links, my second and third book in that trilogy respectively, coming out next year and the year after. And of course the tabletop role-playing game being designed by Brandon O'Brien, and of course the audiobook being done by one Tren Spark. So you can do that as well. And while we're on that subject, !Trove, so you can find out more about that Treasure Trove Kickstarter, which is being run by Athos Arts as we speak. And as always, !BLM, Black Lives Matter. Very important to affirm and assert the significance and importance of Black lives. !Help Now, the World Health Organization page on suicide prevention. Important to reach out to others when you need help and to reach out to others when they need help as well. And !Ukraine, UKRAINE. To fight against, to help the fight against the illegal and illegitimate war being prosecuted against Ukraine. This is a small way, but an important way that we can step up in that fight and fight back against what has been done there by Russia against Ukraine with !Ukraine. Now, we are going to do a raid today, and the raid is very simple. If you are not a sub, you do this. The Arvanauts have landed, followed by Twitch raid, lowercase Twitch, uppercase R, lowercase AID. If you are a sub, you're going to do this. The Arvanauts have landed, Twitch raid, and then you've got Arvany Roar, Arvany Hype, Arvany Witch, Arvany Woe, Arvany What, Arvany Love, Arvany Blown, Arvany Smug, all the Arvanys, when you were brought over automagically to the person that we're going to be raiding. I want to thank the amazing folks today, Dragonspear, Emily the Honored, Rock God, Triffity Mats, best mods in the business. Thank you, thank you. Thank you as well to my subs and Patreon supporters. Excuse me. which is Dragon Spear, Emily, Raka, Triffid, Nonstop, Wispy Song, Crit Twitch, Mrs. Dunslin, Prince Justin. Thank you as well to Big Boss. Thank you to Discord StreamerCon. I'm sure that's not a bot. Thank you to Golden Drake, to Jagtress, and to Jonathan. Thank you, everybody, for all the love and support today. I appreciate it. I'm going to be back tomorrow night, Saturday night, for Eberron. Please note the late start time, 9 p.m. Eastern, as we continue with Oracle 2, as we continue with Oracle of War Season 2. Otherwise, please stick around for the raid. I'm going to go drink some water and do a little bit of work and then get some rest and rest my voice. And I'm going to see all you lovely people back here tomorrow night, as I say, for Eberron, Oracle of War Season 2, Song of the Sky. More of this game Into the Unknown to come in a couple of months. Until we next speak, everyone, please, as always, be good to each other. Stick around for the raid, and have a good night.
Honk.